we'll just start, and then whoever pops up will pop up. So excited.
I feel like I haven't been on a Zoom with you in forever.
I know.
It's crazy.
Thank you so much for taking the time out tonight.
Of course.
So we just wanted to, I'm going to put you on spotlight.
Oh, now it's really crazy.
So we just wanted you to kind of go over your story and then how you built. But I guess first your story, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. So my name is Sarah Cruse. I'm Presidential Diamond. I joined in May 2014. So I literally just had my 3 years. I actually forgot that it was my 3 year until the day after. But so I joined when my husband, he was my fiance at the time, was deployed in Afghanistan, and he actually paid for my starter kit because I had no money. I remember I follow this girl, Brittany, on Instagram, and that's actually how I built my business as well. But anyway, I followed her on Instagram, and I always like to tell this part because I think it's so silly, but I think it's so important. She was always posting pictures she's obsessed with Victoria's Secrets, and she was always posting pictures of bathing suit she was buying, bras, underwears, workout stuff, like all of that. And the reason that I think it's so funny is because my mom always used to get the Victoria's Secret's catalog, and I would always look through it, and I thought everything was so expensive. And here's this girl who says that she, works from home and she has all this stuff. And I'm just like, how does she do that? Like, how does she have all this money that she's able to buy all this stuff? And so, like I said, the reason I think it's so silly is because you never know, like, what you guys are posting that's going to connect with somebody. Like, it's just so, it's something so little. It's not like she bought a house or a car or paid off all this debt. Like, it was something so simple in her everyday life that, like, I could connect with. So my fiance was deployed at the time, and she was always posting this stuff, and he was going to be back. I joined in May. When did you get back? June. So I was moving up to Fort Drum, where we currently live, and I didn't know anybody. And I knew that when he got back from deployment, I did not want to have to go get a real job. I didn't want to have to be away from him. I just wanted to be able to be here when he got back. It wasn't even like for the money. Like, I think I just wanted to have some sort of a job and wouldn't have to be away from him. So I was talking to him. We were Skyping, and I said, so there's this girl on Instagram, and she sells these like things, like these wraps. Like, I talked to her about it. And by the way, I was also the person that like is green, and I sat on the phone with her for an hour and made her explain every single thing to me, and she had to follow up with me. So don't give up on people who you have to do that with, because that was totally me. So he told me, yeah, if you really want to do it, and if you think that you'll really do it, then I'll give you the money. So he paid for my starter kit. He got back from deployment, and I didn't do a thing. I didn't do a thing with the business for at least a month and a half. And the bills started to pile up, and like real life, and he was back. So if you guys are familiar with military at all, like he got military, like more pay when he was gone. So when he got back, he wasn't getting that. So I was like, so what's going on with that like whole It Works thing? And I was like, yeah, like, I don't know. I ended up actually going on an interview at Verizon, and it was the worst interview of my life. And I actually talked about It Works the entire time. For my interview, he wanted me to prove to him that I could sell It Works, like for my sales position at Verizon. So it was the worst interview ever because he was like yelling at the workers, and I was like, oh my God. I got home from that interview, and I was like, I'm never going on another interview ever again. And I didn't, and I promoted to Diamond in 7 months. So it wasn't like some crazy 30-day story. 7 months, and then 2 months later I went double, and then a month later I went triple. So I think that was 10 months, and then a year from triple, I went presidential. So that's kind of my story.
Dude, that's we've been talking for 6 minutes.
Sorry. I have to mute whoever's okay. So, okay, cool. And you know, when you said like she was posting Victoria's Secret, like I joined Sarah because she was posting like her mug, her coffee mug. And she's like, I love that I could work from home. I'm like,
my obsession.
I want to do that. I want to make money from home. So it's true. You never know.
Yeah.
What the person.
So true.
Yeah. So, okay. You built your whole business from Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a little bit about that and like how you got?
Sure. Yeah. I actually just did a video on our team page too about how kind of it's changed a little bit, but just basically how I build on Instagram. And I think just the two most important things for building on social media is just being really excited about the products and about the opportunity. If the products aren't changing your life, then the business is not going to change your life either. So, be your own 90-day challenge, like have your own personal before and afters. Because if you don't have that, like if you're not familiar with the products, if you're not actually running your auto shipment and using the products and, having products on hand as samples too, like it's always great to have greens on the go, even have samples of wow. Did you just, our realtor, we gave products to, because we're house hunting, and the realtor, she was like, so wait, really, like you do this, like this is your full-time job? And I was like, yeah. And so we were able to give her some samples. She might end up being a loyal customer just because I had product on hand. So being really excited when you're talking about the products, talking about the opportunity. And also too, it doesn't need to be big extravagant purchases, like you said, my coffee mug, like just seeing that over and over again. And the other thing with that is being consistent. So being excited about the products and being consistent. There are so many times where I've posted a picture and someone has messaged me and been like, hey, I keep seeing your post. I'm like, thank God I'm consistent, because it's like they keep seeing it. And it takes a while for people to like actually believe, like, is she really making money? Is she really happy? Does she really like love these products? Because people are just natural skeptics. So they have to see something over and over and over again before they actually like kind of believe you at all. And the thing about the coffee mug, why that's funny is because you guys also might think like, oh, I'm posting the same thing over and over again. Like this is so boring. I actually have a girl on our team who said, well, I just had surgery. Like I'm just on my couch. I just keep posting the same picture. And I'm like, girl, if you keep posting pictures on your couch, people are going to want to know, how is she working from her couch? Like, so the only person that you're boring to is probably yourself. So other people, are interested. So you just have to be consistent.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. I post like my bed in the morning because I get so many people like, oh my gosh, I want to be in bed making money. I'm like, whatever.
I know every Sunday I see you post like almost the same picture about like, so happy I don't have to set an alarm. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, damn, like she keeps doing this. Like, that's so smart, because even in my mind, I'm like, I should make a post like that. Like, that's an awesome post.
Somebody did it. I took that from somebody. I forgot I forgot. But it was about like setting an alarm. So I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So I did like no alarm.
Yeah.
So building everything on Instagram, like how do you follow every day? Do you how many times do you post? You take time off and come back on and like, yeah, you're presidential, like,
No, I definitely don't take time off. But I think too, like the whole taking time off or whatever, like you kind of just, you just have to work the business into your life. Like I always say that to like our team too, like don't try to be like, oh, I have to work my It Works business and I have to do this. Like it should all kind of just go together. Me personally, I have a 6-month-old baby now. So my schedule's changed and I'm trying to figure out a new schedule. When she was nursing every 2 hours, I was just posting every time she nursed. Now she kind of nurses on demand and it's a little bit different. So now I'm actually setting a timer on my phone for every 2 hours. Like I'll post, I'll follow, I'll do whatever I have to do. When I'm done doing that, I set the timer again for 2 hours. So that's kind of just how I do it. I actually set up my post in like as drafts. So I have them saved. Usually I'll do it the night before, or I'll do it like in the morning when I'm having my coffee out of my coffee mug. And I will set it up that way. I usually, and following too, what I like to do is I'll set a goal for myself. I say every day, it's not every single day, but I try to set a goal for myself at least every 2-3 days, whether that's growing my followers by 50 or 30 or whatever. If I do 30 and that was easy to get to, I'll up it. So always like keep trying to challenge yourself. But that's pretty much what I do. I do follow every day. I do interact. So when people like my stuff, I can also, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can turn on post notifications on your Instagram. So if you go to someone's profile, up at the top right-hand corner, I think it's backwards on here, but the top right-hand corner, I think there's the 3 little dots. You can click that, and then it says turn on post notifications. I just want to say that's exactly.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So if you go to someone's page, you can actually just, it's way too bright, but it says turn on post notifications. So what that means is every time they post, you'll get notified. So if you see somebody that's like really interacting with you and you want to start interacting with them too, or if you see somebody that you like, you have similarities with and you think they'd be really good on your team, turn that on. The only thing I would suggest is when they post, wait like 5 minutes or something and then go to their page, because you don't want to seem like a stalker who, as soon as they post, you go to their page immediately and comment and like every single time. So that's kind of what I do.
All right. Awesome. I had another question. Of course, I didn't write it down as you were speaking.
It's okay.
Does anybody have a question? Kelly or Corey, do you have any questions?
Usually have a lot, but I'm just soaking it all in, so I'm good right now.
So, how do you find followers?
So how I find followers is I will either search a hashtag of something that I'm interested in, whether it's something with the baby or interior design or interior decorating or just random keywords. Even if I search engaged, like someone's getting engaged, just searching like that. So what I'll do is let's say I found somebody that just got engaged. I would go to her profile, go to the picture of her posting her ring. I would comment on the photo. That way I'm like interacting with her. And then I would click likes on that photo. So everybody that's actually liked that photo, I would request to follow them, because those are the people that are actually active on Instagram at the time, as opposed to like going just to somebody random followers, because they could have 8,000 followers, but maybe, only 1,000 of them are even active on Instagram anymore. So that's one way of doing it. Something else I've been doing recently, and this is, I think, a really great idea. I think my husband was actually the one who started doing this, and I'm copying him now, is like I said, we're probably going to be moving soon. So I'm searching locations in that area, and anyone who's gone and visited that location and tagged the location, I'm following them.
That's cool.
So I'm searching just surrounding areas, like national parks in the area, just like anybody around the area. That's another way that I'm doing it right now. And then same thing with, finding moms or mom blogs and people who've liked that type of stuff. I'm following them as well. So I'm not just following random people. I mean, the locations, but there's like a method to it. It's not just like I'm trying to be thoughtful.
So when you're interacting with like your followers, do you set like an hour and just interact like every day? Or are you just like throughout the day scroll and just, comment on people's pictures?
Kind of both.
Okay.
Yeah. If I'm just sitting here watching TV, like Bachelorette, probably when I get done, I'll go through and I'll scroll and I'll just do that. Or people that have liked my stuff, I'll go to their page and I'll like their stuff.
Okay, cool.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I was like choking.
I got a question. How do you keep contacts on IG organized?
Okay, so I used to Okay, I kind of went back and forth. Hold on. Babe, can you get me a cough drop, please? Sorry. I think they're on my nightstand. Okay, so I used to do it in a planner. And I would write everybody's name down that I actually had a conversation with, not people who just liked my stuff. Like if I messaged them and there was an actual conversation, then I would write their name down. And I would write potential distributor. I actually recently started doing this again. I'm so sorry. I need to get a cough drop before I keep joking on you. I recently started doing this again, and it's something so silly, but I just feel like when I had a pen and paper in front of me, it was so much easier for me to like just take it with me. It was just easier. That's one way. That's how I'm doing it again now. How I used to do it as well was I would do an Excel spreadsheet, which was super, super efficient and very organized. I would just put, I had the date on the side, I had their name or their Instagram name, or if it was Facebook, what they were interested in, and then I had another column, which was like my notes column, and I could just easily go through when I had to do follow-ups, and I would edit, like I would put the new date and what they said. So let's say like this Friday, I would, first time I talked to them, I would put what happened. Next Friday, I would put that date, and I would put follow-up. And then if they actually answered me, I would write what happened. So I know if I see follow-up that they just didn't respond to me. So that's one of two ways you guys can do it.
Okay. I have another question. What do you do with people who ignore your messages?
Nothing. That's like my blunt answer. I just talk to more people, honestly. People are going to ignore you. I don't take it personally. Because one, you don't know, and this kind of goes for everything, people on your team, people uplines, downlines, sidelines, whatever. You don't really know what someone has going on in their life. So you can't, if someone doesn't respond to you, you can't take it personally. You can't take anything personally in this business. I'm so sorry. Just because you don't know, like, I feel like there's been times where even you, Daniel, like you've probably messaged me and I think I like looked at it and then like the baby cried. So I had to like do something with the baby, you know what I mean? So it's like, and then people like forget to go back to a message. So, it could be that circumstance. It could be a circumstance where people don't have the money and they're too embarrassed to say. It could be where they really don't want the product, but they don't want to be rude or mean. So it's just easier for them to ignore you. So if people don't respond to me, I just take it with a grain of salt.
So even if somebody says like I did this to Sarah, I was like, yeah, I'm going to sign up. Yeah, I'm going to sign up. And then like, I didn't until like, I think 2 or 3 days later. So if somebody's like, really excited about it, wants to sign, you think they're going to be awesome. And then they go like completely,
So people have different ways of handling that. I think it's really good if you, at that point where like you had that good enough of like a rapport, like the relationship with them, and you have like their phone number or you're friends with them on Facebook, like send them a voice memo. Not only that, people are much more likely to actually open the message and listen to a voice memo than they are if they can just like see the beginning of a message. They don't ever have to open it because they know what it says. So that's one thing. Also too, if someone can actually hear your voice and hear, other people I've seen people like send funny like GIFs, like those GIFs, like those funny moving pictures where it'll be like, ask if they got abducted by aliens, like we'll make a joke out of it. But I think everybody's personality is really different. Me personally, I'm just genuine about it and be like, hey girl, and I'm also with messages, very short, sweet, and to the point. Like I don't over elaborate anything. I'm just like, hey girl, like, were you still thinking about wanting to join our team? I don't say sign up ever with me. I don't ever say sign up for a loyal customer program. I don't say sign up to be on my team. sorry. It's just mainly like join me or get your business started, or I want to help you be successful with this. Like, I know you'd be awesome at it. So I think too, a lot of it is like the wording that you use. So if you do ever feel like that's happening, where like, you know, I'm following up with people and they're ignoring me, like, you know, take a screenshot and send that to your upline, and like maybe just it's as simple as changing a couple different words, and that could help.
Yeah, that's a good tip. And then with messaging, I was never a person that sent messages until like probably this year, December.
Right.
Like, wow, like I was missing out. So, how many people on average message, and what kind of message do you send?
So if I post a picture of my daughter, like a cute picture, I probably get like 190 to 250 likes. If I post a picture of wraps, I get like 4. So that's super normal too. I message on before and after photos, and I message on like personal posts that relate to the business as if someone wants to sign up. So what I mean by that is a before and after. Obviously it's before and after. Those 4 people like it. I message those 4 people, hey hon, thanks so much for liking my post. I'm running a special on the wraps today. Do you want more info? That's it. That's all I say. And it's the same thing with every single product. I just change it. Hey, I'm running a special on hair, skin, and nails. Do you want more info? I always say thanks for liking my post to remind them like, hey, you liked this. I'm not just like randomly messaging you. So then the personal post, like the distributor post that I message on, only if it's a post such as talking about the freedom, and I always add like, you know, like or comment if you want more info, or like this could be you too, like, you know, wouldn't you want that, like something where it's like inviting to them, not just a picture with, you know, my daughter in the morning drinking my coffee, you know, so thankful I can be a work at home mom, like so blessed. I would not message somebody on a post like that, because I don't want people to feel like, oh, she's just posting about her business just to get more money. You know what I mean? Like, I want people to like following my post still, and not feel like, oh, if they like a picture of my daughter, they're going to get messaged. You know what I mean? So that's how I message. And with stuff like that, I usually say something like, hey, hon, thanks so much for liking my post. You know, have you ever thought about network marketing and making some extra income on the side? So I don't say like ever thought about It Works. I don't say like, I don't even say as much anymore, like working from your phone or like working from home. I also noticed if I say working from home, some people don't want to work from home. Sometimes the thought of that to some people will be like, oh my God, I got to get out of the house. So now I've kind of changed my script and just said like, you know, making some extra income on the side.
Okay, awesome. And how many people do you roughly message about?
So the other day, one of my posts had like 180 likes on it. I messaged all 180 people, and out of those 180 people, I got probably 22 responses. Out of those 22 responses, and I actually made a video about this on our team page too, about like the law of averages, how like you have to message a lot of people to get, you know, results sometimes. 20 people responded. Out of those 20 people, 5 seemed like real potentials, and 1 person signed up.
Wow.
So
it's like a numbers game.
It's such a numbers game.
It is. Okay.
But that's good though, because if you know what your law of averages are, if you know, okay, if I message 200 people and it sounds like a lot, but you're copying and pasting the same message over and over again, sending those messages probably took me 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was watching Netflix and I was just copying and pasting the whole time.
Okay, cool. I have a question. When you get responses about, yes, I want to work from home, what do you say next?
Okay, awesome. You can sign up right on my website.
Really?
Yeah, that's all I say. If they say they want to work from home, I mean, that's the last possible step. Not if they're like, I mean, this is pretending I've already explained it to them. And do you mean like if they don't know?
No, so
Or
like you're just somebody just liked your personal posts, and then you send, "Oh, are you interested in working from home?" And they say yes. What would you respond after that?
oh, I'd be
Then
like, awesome. Okay, well, I'll pretend like they don't just say yes, like they want some sort of info. If they say yes, well, tell me what you do. I usually say, what I do is super simple. Oh my God, it's so terrible because I have a script that I just send over and over again. And I have text shortcuts. I'll tell you exactly what I say. Hold on. Okay. I say it's all very simple. All you do, well, this is for us personally. I say all you do is post on Instagram and Facebook and get as many customers as you can and help others start up their business. I said we have an amazing Facebook group that helps with what to post. If you have questions, you can post there and help get answers. I said if you post something and someone replies and you're not sure what to say, you can always ask in the group. So if someone asks like what I do, that's what I would say. And then when they say like, what is It Works? I say It Works as a health and wellness company. And we have a range of products from the skincare line to body contouring products.
Awesome. Great. I have one last question. Does anybody have any other questions before I ask my last one? Okay, I'll just ask my last one.
Okay.
So, can you tell us from 3 years ago till now, how has It Works changed your life?
My husband's out of the Army and he's a full-time dad. That's probably the biggest thing, how it's changed our life. That's like the most notable change, I would say. What would you say? How It Works has changed our life? He's eating cheese and crackers.
Sorry.
His mouth is full.
No, you didn't tell them about the struggle that we went through when we lived in cartons.
No. They just asked how it changed our life. What's the biggest thing that's in our life that's changed?
The freedom.
Just the freedom. I think of time, too.
Do anything we want.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's like the most important thing this business has given us is just freedom and just, freedom of time, just to be able to be home with and have a baby full time and like silly little things that we're able to purchase for her that like we wouldn't have been able to do before. Obviously the financial aspect of it, but I think definitely just having Kurt home and no more deployments and not being scared of that.
That's awesome. Yay! Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Awesome. So excited. Thank you.
You're welcome. I know. I haven't been on a Zoom in forever with you.
Yeah, thank you so much. You're awesome.
Oh, thank you.
And she's so close to Ambassador. My enrollers.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh my gosh, it's there.
Sorry. I'm getting there.
Ambassador.
I'm Ambassador. We're getting there. Feels crazy to even say.
I know, right? Anyway, thank you so much for taking your time. So,
of course.
We're so excited. And if anybody has any other questions, you could always message me and then I could send them to Sarah. She'll definitely, give me the response back. But thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh, yeah.